Hey guys, welcome to another video of Tsubasa Rising New Champions. Over here, I'm using my tier list that I created, and I wanted to sort it out by team overall cost. So any player that has an overall cost of, let's say, let's turn the screen sideways. Let's say any player had a team overall cost of 120 plus. They would be an S in my opinion. We can bump that up. We can lower it down. If any player has an overall of 90 through 119, they're an A. If they have an overall between 77 through 89, they're a B. If they have an overall between 66 through 76, they're a C. And 65 minus, they're a D. The reason I did it like this is because yesterday we saw some players' stats, not stats, their skills, and their skills really determine that the stats don't really matter. So right now we're only doing just stats. We will do skills after. So let's just do stats only, just overall cost. So unfortunately, this will be in the minority, but because he is in the 115 range, he's gonna be placed as an A. Carlos is, I believe, 135. He'll be placed as an S. I believe Dick was 90 something. He'll be placed as an A, which sounds crazy, I know, but I'm only going by cost, guys. Trust me, this sounds crazy, but I'm just going by cost. This guy was around an A as well. Obviously an S, regardless if we use his skills or not. His skills make him insanely good. So I just saw him. He was around 115, around there, 12. He is an A. I don't know what Killsman's stats are, but I'm gonna say he's between a B or an A. Let's see him there for now. This guy was an A as well, I believe his stats were. Snyder, obviously, the cost was high. This guy was 120 something, so he gets the pass to be an S. I don't know if we saw Kaiser or not, but I'm gonna say Kaiser is around a B. Dolman was a B. This guy was a 90 something, I believe, so he's an A. This guy, I gotta double check him. I think he was surprisingly really high, 123. So he's an S. I know this sounds insane, but I'm only going by cost, guys. I'm not going by anything else. Pierre was 140 something. Pascal was 109 or 6, around there, so he's an A. Let's put him with his countrymen. Robson was like 106 or something like that. This guy was 115, I believe. I can double check. Chester was this one I'm gonna have to see. Let's go check this one out. Okay guys, so Chester is 125. I mean, not Chester, Hein. Chester is an A, he's around 90 something. Chester is 120 something, so he's actually really high. Next to Carl. Alright, so this is just going off by cost. Unless if I make the cost 130, then we can take the likes of Chester off, we can take Ishmael off, we can take Pierre off. We would have to take, I believe Misugi off. I think the 120 something. I think Hyuga would stay. Then we have to take Genzo off. The only reason I made it 120 was because Genzo is a 120 something, I believe 124. So I wanted to keep Genzo as an S, so that made me do 120. Unless I do 124 or something like that, then I can take some people off, like Napoleon. But if we are going just by cost, then this is what it's looking like. And unfortunately, Zeno is not going to make the S if we're just going by cost. And trust me, I don't agree with this list at all, but I'm going by cost, guys. Trust me when I say that I do not agree with this list. I'm going to do multiple lists. This is just one of them, just going off by cost itself. And it pains me to put some of the players where I'm putting them right now, but I'm not taking their skills into consideration, because taking their skills into consideration is what makes the deciding factor of the tier list. And to be quite honest, you can't really do a tier list without seeing their abilities. It makes it really, really difficult. It really does. It's hard to gauge without knowing what their ability is. This guy's around 80 something, so he is a B. I haven't seen the American players yet, so again, it's hard to gauge. I'm gonna go in a limp and say this guy's gonna be 90 something. This guy's gonna be either an S or an A. I will leave him next to Blake just for now. I feel like he's gonna be an S player, S cost. But just to be safe, I will leave him as an A. And I forgot Alberto Stats. I gotta check that out. Okay, Alberto is a 129 around there. I think I just saw. Alright, guys, so you know what? Actually, I just saw Genzo was a 129. So for the sake of lowering some people down, let's make it 128 plus. Let's make it 128 plus, I think, right? Either 128 plus or 125. Let me see. I would have to restructure this whole thing now. Let's see over here. 128, no, 127. I feel like 125 is probably better. 124. And I feel like 125 is probably more fair. 125. 190. Now it probably would be a little higher than that. Maybe 95. Or 100. If we do that, a lot of people will be dropped. So I'm doing this on the fly now, guys. I'm not even planning this. So we really got to take into consideration how many points higher is it going to be each tier. 99. I'm doing this on the fly with you guys right now, so I apologize. Damn, okay. I mean, that sounds correct. I think we could do... No, that wouldn't. That would be too low. I don't know, what do you guys think about this? I'm gonna need some feedback on how can we properly gauge the costs, because this will definitely already drop Napoleon to an A. Yeah, this tier list is all over the place. I'm gonna need a proper gauge of what we're gonna do with the costs. You know, Alberto would be an S if we do it this way. It would be with his 3. I mean, it makes sense, you know, these guys are the alternative finalists, so it makes sense without their it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing as an S, but according to the total cost, you are an A. I believe he is now A, but keep him there for the hell of it. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna need, if you guys can help me out with a proper gauge of what would be considered an S, only when we're doing total cost, not applying those skills, because some players have skills that you're just like, holy hell. For example, Santana is a one-man army, one-man wrecking crew, and he's dangerous. He's absolutely dangerous. So this is not my official tier list. This is me in a blunder right now because I don't know what to do with the total cost. So what do you guys think the total cost should be for an S player? Should it be 125 plus? Should an A be between 100 124? Should a B be between 77 99? Should a C be between 66 76, excuse me? Or should a D be 65 minus? I'm gonna need your help, guys. Give me an idea of how we should gauge these players. So let's reset this real quickly. Everybody down here? Okay, now, right off the bat, we already know Genzo. Now, if we're not taking total cost as the only indicator for stats, then we would automatically, people are going to tell me Hyuga belongs as an S. So let's leave him as an S for now. In my opinion, he's not an S, but let's leave him as an S. You know, he can definitely be an S. He's the highest. I need to see more of Hyuga, but I guess he could be an S. Misugi turns into an S as soon as he comes onto the field. Matsuyama is an A. Jiro is a crazy ass defender from what I just saw on his stats. I'll leave these guys here right away. I'll leave him as an A. Zoda is an elite defender, he's an A. Sorry, okay. I like to be organized. Zano. This guy could be a B or an A or a C. I'll leave him here for now. Takashi, in my opinion, is a C or a B. The Tachibana brothers could be at A's. But the thing is, if they're not together, they're not really an A. They need to be together to be an A. So if you don't have them together, they're not gonna be an A, in my opinion. Shingo is a solid player. C. Taki is down here with these guys. His three little friends. Sorry, Machi down here. I'll put my man here. He can be a B or an A. Put him as a C. I mean a C or B. Got Nita, whose stats show that he's not an A player, even though his skills, from what I saw, he's really fast. But I didn't get to see much of his skill explanation. I need to read more about his skills. Okay, let's just do Japanese first. Urabe has a high cost total, higher than, I believe, Nita, if I'm mistaken. We have him. I know he has some crazy abilities. He can heal your goalie's stamina, which is really good during the matchup. So I mean, just because of moves like that, I'm going to make him into a B. Imagine if your goalie has like 0 stamina and then he blocks a ball and recovers your goalkeeper. You're back in the match. So I mean, I gotta make him a B. And we got Ken, who has war godlike defense. I don't know what that means, but it sounds kind of crazy, so I'm gonna make him into an A. Are we missing anybody else? Let's see. Sorry, let's move this out the way. No, I think that's all the Japanese players. Let me just review the list real quick. So obviously Takashi and Hyuga. Takashi can make Hyuga into an S player automatically if he's on the field. The Tachibana brothers, you can easily make the case and make them into an A. Together they can become an A easily. One of the brothers is around 100, the other one is around 90, which makes them top level players. So I have no problem putting them as an A tier. I have no problem doing that. I can see them as a B as well. I feel like Ken needs a little more respect, so I'm gonna put Ken up here. He has great skills from what I've seen. Zoda is a great defender. Jiro's defensive prowess is the best thus far. Misagi, obviously with Tsubasa, can become an S player. Matsuyama is a solid A. I have no trouble putting him as an S, but I'm gonna leave him as an A. Misugi, if you start him the game early, he becomes an A. If you put him in the second half, he becomes an S. Wakabayashi will always be an S. He has a skill called Angel Guardian. Tsubasa, you can't argue with that. I think Hyuga is debatable, but I'm gonna leave him as an S. Murasaki, his stats were around 70 something, I believe, or 80. I will leave him as a C. I'm sure his skill sets would make him into a B, because he has a lot of lucky skills. So I wouldn't be upset to see him here. It's okay to have him here, just for the sake, just because I don't know his skills in depth, only from what I've read in the past. I will leave him here for now. Zano together with Jito, I'm sure make a deadly combination. So I would never see him as an A. I would leave him as a B, but I wouldn't be. I mean, yeah, I can leave him as a B. I wouldn't be surprised to see him as a C. But for the sake of this, let's leave him as a B, just because I'm sure he's a very versatile player. Same thing can be said with Takashi. He's a very versatile player. He's a control tower, so I can definitely see him as a B. Stat-wise, he's not a B. Skill-wise, from what I've seen, his skills like Commander. We can check his skills out right now if you guys want. So let's go check out his skills. Let's go check out Murasaki skills and Takashi skills. Alright guys, so this are the skills. We just gotta find the English translation version. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Murasaki, he has 2 skills that we know of thus far. Miraculous effort. When the stamina indicator is below 20%, against an opponent's shot, the chance of stopping does not fall below 1%, and that is actually pretty crazy. So if your stamina indicator is 20%, there's always going to be a chance that this man is going to stop the ball. So I mean, right away that makes him into a higher tier player. And he has beginner's luck. Will always have a shot when goal chance are so percent. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I think that means if the goal is 100% chance of making it in, he will always have a chance to stop the ball. I believe that's what it means. And because of that, this guy is definitely a B player. And if we look at Takashi, he has creator, increases the speed of a player to which the ball passes him. So if he passes the ball to Tsubasa, not to Hyuga, he's gonna increase their stat, he's gonna increase the speed stat of that player. So imagine if he passes this to Nita, how fast he's gonna make Nita. If Nita's already fast, imagine how fast Nita's gonna become. You got the likes of Hyuga, who's not that fast, but with Takashi on the team, he already boosts his stats, and by passing the ball to him, he makes him even faster. And then you have Commander, increase the speed of a player, pull bar when the player receives the ball, So this guy, again, he's a creator, he's a commander. He intensifies people around him, he commands people. As long as he's passing that ball, he's in control. And then you have respected player, increases statistics for the whole team when Zoda and Hyuga participate in the same match. So again, if you have him and Hyuga together, Hyuga just became an S player if he was not an S player before, which I know he is. He becomes, strong himself. And if we were to look at some of Hyuga's stats, we can find Hyuga. Where is Hyuga? Oh, there's Hyuga. Hyuga, Soul of the Fierce Tiger. Tiger significantly increases the power of your shots. Power Shooter increases power of the ground shots. Dueling Strength increases the overall statistic when tied. So that's a great skill to have. Boiling Energy considerably increases your general stats if the team is winning. So if you're tied or winning, his stats are going up regardless. So this guy's definitely an S player after reading all this. Crushing shots, a quantum power is added when the shooter stops. So this will crush. This is the same thing Brian has. Clifford, same thing he has. He crushes the opposition, the goalkeeper. Duty significantly increases the shooting power towards the end of the match. The whole team scores. Okay. So yeah, S player for sure. So let's go back. Okay guys, after reading that, there's no question Takashi is a B. No question Hyuga's an A. No question Murasaki has to be a B. Rui Shingo as a C, just because I wish I could bring him up there, but I haven't seen any statistics that have shown me that he belongs up there. This guy can easily go up there because I have seen his stats and it's pretty good, but I'll leave him down here for now. You can do either one with Ryo, but because Ryo has that healing ability, which increases the spirit of the goalkeeper, or stamina. I know people don't like to say stamina and spirit are the same, but I think stamina and spirit are the same thing. Then you have Misaki, obviously. So yeah guys, this is the tier list so far for Japan. Now going on to Brazil. Alright, Brazil, Carlos Santana is 130 something. His skills alone make him an S player only if he has the ball and he's playing by himself. If you pass the ball, he has a lot of debuffs. So make sure if he has the ball, make sure this man is going through. You have him, he's a 130 135. I don't know what his skills are, but just the cost alone makes him an S player. Again, you have this guy, he's around 120 something. Alone, those make him into an S player. He also has a cool blocking ability. So, I mean, he is the captain, so S player. You have Galvin, who is around a 90 something. I don't know what his skills are. And his statistic isn't as high as Jito. We can actually check it out right now. Guys, this is Galvin right here. These are his stats. Now, he's a great defender, don't get me wrong. But he does not match the likes of Jito and Zoda. I don't even know what this man's skills are, so I can't really gauge where I would put him. So now let's look at Zoda and let's look at Jito. Right away, you already see Jito is the much better defender. I mean, if you wanted to make Jito an S just because of that alone, you definitely can make Jito an S. But I'm going to make Jito an A player just because he lacks in other departments. And I need to see a little more of his skills. I know he has a giant killer, which already makes him dangerous. He has other skills. I just don't know the explanation to those skills. And then you have Zoda, who's a better defender than Galvin is, and he's in the 100 costs. So there alone, these two guys are an A, and in my opinion, I think Galvin is a solid B. Until his skills show up, I can't make a case for him. Nice. So just basing off that, guys, Dolman is really low tiering goalkeeper. You can make him a B if you want. I'm gonna make Galvin a B. You can make Dolman a B as well if you want to. His stats like 80 something. But his goalkeeping abilities to me weren't that impressive. Dirk is 90 something. He's kind of like a watered down version of Galvin. You can easily make this man a C if you wanted to, but I'll make him a B. Ishmael was a 123, 124. Just because his technique is good and he's the captain of the team, I'm going to make him an S, and I can only imagine what this man's skill is going to be like, especially his curving shot, which looks insanely good. And then you have Victorino. I've seen Victorino's skills. It's really good. He becomes really fast. If you use this man in the first half, he's an S player. If you use this man in the second half, he's an A player. So as long as you're using him in the first half, he's an S player. And we have Gene, who was 115, 113, around there. I'm going to make him an A. I think his stats are going to be... Oh, actually, you know what? I have his stats right now. Let's take a look at it. Alright, these are his stats. He looks equivalent to like Zoda. I think Zoda's still a little better. He's better at his statistics. So I'm going to make him into an A for sure, an A. And then we have Napoleon, who's a 123. He's like a watered down version of Hyuga. But he's equivalent to the likes of Luciano. I'm gonna make him an A as well. You can make the case for him to be an S, but I need to see his skills first before I determine that. Just based off cost alone, you can say he's an S only if you're starting at 120 cost total. I think I'm gonna start at 125, but I'm not basing that only on that. But he's gonna be an A player. And then we have Bosis, who I did not add in that list. He's pretty good. And then you have Amuro. Amuro is actually better than Dolman, I think, which is funny. Let's go here. Then we have Pierre, obviously an S player. I can only imagine what his skills look like. Alright guys, continue this. Leo was an 100 his stats. I'm gonna make him into an A because I don't know what his skills, what he brings to the table. I just know the total cost. I'm gonna say Killsman is around an 80. Lensenbrick was like an 85 around there. Let's make Napoleon an A. Let's go with Gene. Luciano was like a 110. I'll make him into a solid A. Again, I don't know his stats. Robson was around 100 and something. I have not seen his stats, but just because he's the captain of the team, I'm going to make him an A. I'm sure he's going to bring a lot to the table in terms of his abilities. Zeno was below a 120, but again, it's just because he's the captain and he is Hernandez, and I'm sure he's going to have some crazy stats, some crazy skills. I'm going to make him into an S. We have Pierre, obviously, an S player. Chester was a 125. This guy alone, you can make the case that he is an S player. I have not seen the stats yet, so because of that, I'm going to, if we're going off by 125 plus, he's easily an S. So I'm gonna, if you're 125, I'm gonna have to make you an S. So because of that, I don't know his skills, but I'm sure with Karl-Heinz Snyder, I'm sure he is a monster. Herman Kaltz is an A. He was around 100 and something. Karl Snyder, obviously, an S. We know Moeller is an S. He has the highest stats of any goalkeeper. Manfred Margus is an A. His power is around 90. You can make him a B easily if you want to. But I'll leave him as an A. Chester, again, you can make him a B if you wanted to. But his technique is actually pretty high, so I'll leave him as an A as well. Then you have over here, Marek, I think was his name, Malik. He was around a 190. You can make the case that he's a B. If A is still in the 90s or 100s, it depends what we're going to move it to. But let's just say it's still in the 90s, then he's an A. Again, guys, I don't know most of these their stats. Diaz has he has the highest stats in the game if it's accurate, and he has a lot of really good abilities, like a lot of good abilities. Pascal together with Diaz, I don't know what he brings to the table in terms of stats, but I would leave him as an A. He's around 100 and something. I'm gonna assume this guy is around an 80. He was a 115, which is very disappointing. But again, day one patch is coming out, so I don't know if that's going to change his stats. So Clifford, he, from my opinion, he's still an S player. His skills involve a lot of crushing shots. He can shoot from the angles. His shots, they don't matter. They still can get shot from angles. And not only that, he crushes the stamina bar, spirit gauge of the goalkeeper. So he's really good to have if you want to force your way through the goalie. You make him shoot. He will crush the goalkeeper. And I think, the Americans. I don't know anything about these guys. I just know that they're gonna be good. So guys, I don't know too much about the American forward or the American goalkeeper, but I'm going to assume because they are the hosts and all that stuff, maybe I'm gonna say Blake is around an A, 100 and something, and I'm gonna assume Aswan is around 100 and something. So I'm going to make them an A tier for now. So Dolman, you can make the case, you can make him a B if you want. I'm gonna leave him as a C. Shingo could be a D if you want, doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave him up here just because he was the highest rating overall, I think, out of all the threes below him. But either way, you can make him down here, it's fine. There's a lot of people that you could take and put them down here as well. But I'll leave them there. Again, I'm putting him up here because he has that cool ability. And I mean, let's go ahead and download this tier list, and let's just put these guys for the hell of it. And let's put all these guys here for the hell of it. Yeah, there you go. Alright, save this. So guys, this is download the image, download, open. So guys, this is the tier list that I just created based off stats, skills, abilities. This is it right here. If you use Masugi in the first quarter, he automatically becomes an A. If you use Victorino in the second quarter, he automatically becomes an A. So anyways, guys, this is my most updated tier list with only seeing partial skills. The more, when we get the game and I see every player's skills and I see what they can do, I can make a more grounded tier list. But just basing off skills and stats costs alone, this is what I came up with. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Join the Discord if you haven't. Today is Monday, and over here in New York City, it's 12:40 p.m. as you can see.
So Friday the game comes out for me. So I have like 3 days, almost 4. 3 days. It would be 3 days and less than 20 something hours. So it's getting closer. I can't wait to get it, guys. I know a lot of you guys are gonna get it before I am, and that's great. Make sure you post a lot of content. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Join the Discord if you haven't. Take care. Thank you.